Hi, I'm Circa LPN, and we're here with Tech Hit. I'm going to show you the vast possibilities of Alex's V-Trigger. Alex's V-Trigger, it's going to be very different from most of the cast's V-Trigger where you have it, you activate it right away. The first thing people need to understand when approaching Alex's V-Trigger is that it's essentially very safe if you cancel from a stronger attack such as Fierce or Roundhouse, because you're plus double digits regardless of hit or block. So from there you can actually create a mix-up. So you use it in conjunction as a counter hit or a counter poke from far away, or if they get too close you can even get like a counter hit jab into medium, right into the V-Trigger of your choice. Alex's V-Trigger is most effective against any character who likes to fight in close proximity. So within this range right here is actually very good, because then I could actually counter poke with crouching medium punch here. Right, you get the max range right here. If you get counter hit, you get even more frame advantage. But generally, if I'm say right here, I could do crouching medium punch right into my shoulder tackle. Or say, for instance, I'm really far, and this is a range where no one could touch each other, but they could actually occupy certain space. But with my standard roundhouse, I could go generally really far because he takes a large lunge forward. So if I see the spark and hit confirm, I can go right into V-Trigger. Generally, Alex wants to fight people from either point blank proximity or within a medium ground right here. This is the neutral ground. This is actually where Alex can highlight his abilities, and he accelerates and just counter poking people. So if they're just swinging, and I'm staying outside, I can just poke them all day. But if I have V-Trigger, this is where it gets really tricky for them. So I can literally just counter poke right into a big combo. If they're any further away, there's gonna be no progression at all, because then Alex doesn't benefit from that because he can't produce any damage. But the closer the opponent gets to him, the better he is, especially when he has resources such as EX meter. He has also the armor too. And of course, having V-Trigger, it just opens up many windows for him to get the damage he needs. He's very explosive. So Ken's using two of his better normals in the game, one of which is Roundhouse, is his crush counter, and Stay Medium Kick is his counter poke button. But knowing my opponent and the character and how often they want to swing at me, I want to just choose the position correctly. I want to wait it out. You don't want to just recklessly just walk in, just press the button, because you might actually get hit. So you want to stand just outside the range, just test it out, see where the proximity block activates, and then you counter poke. So I'm gonna set Ken to wake up and do a reversal. I'm gonna have my parry ready. Knock him down. Parry activated, right? I walk up, boom. I just counteracted his option on wake up. That's only off of a good read though, because then other times they could actually wake up and throw you as well. But if you pressure them enough times, press a lot of buttons, then you wait. It's similar to how in Street Fighter Third Strike, where you parry by just tapping forward. But in this game, it's a little bit more full commitment because he has to charge it. So if I have V-Trigger, I hold it all the way, they try to block it, you see a purple clash there, lightning. That means that their guard has been broken. So from there, you can actually go into command grab, you can actually even combo from there. But the only problem though, is that because you hit the guard crush, the damage scaling is pretty significant. It's actually cut in 50%. So you want to use that sparingly because it eats up a chunk of your V-Trigger bar when you do let go of the charge. As you see here, it eats up almost half already. A common mistake a lot of players do when they do play Alex using his V-Trigger is that they get so antsy with it. The moment they have it, they're like, I gotta use it. Plus roundhouse, activate, blah, 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 blah. And then it runs out. You know, they run out of opportunities, and then the opponent starts running away to keep them out, counter poke them, and they're like, I'm going in, I gotta charge. And when they do that, not only are they using up the V-Trigger bar, but they're not really planning out, their strikes, so they lose opportunities everywhere. And then your opponent, you can see that it's pretty predictable, so they're just neutral jumping, stay out of range, and then your clothesline will whiff, and ultimately you will get punished. So another character that Alex can use his V-Trigger effectively against is going to be NASH. And a lot of people have a problem against NASH, specifically in his neutral, due to his medium scythe, his sonic scythe, when he comes from the airborne. and of course, sonic booms or any of his pokes. So from here, he's gonna poke me, he's gonna do fierce punch, and he's probably gonna fly over, punish, free, every time. In the medium side, he's gonna do step kick or fierce punch, punish, there again. So at that point already, NASH players, they have to respect that range. So they're most likely gonna go back and sonic boom. When you do sonic boom or retreat, that's when you go in with like the EX stun gun headbutt, EX stomp. That's when you make your, progression towards the character in the matchup. No longer is a neutral disadvantage for you, but it's in your favor now. You control the pace because you just force your opponent to stop doing about 2 to 3 their favorite moves. And also a really good punish, a lot of NASH players get away with will be when they dash up and they do the EX Sonic Scythe. That's plus on block. Most people that have to block it, they can't react in time. But luckily, if you're Alex and you have V-Trigger activated, you can just close on a reaction or you can wait for the yellow and it should be 3 strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, punish. Right in super and probably gonna be at least a third of the life or maybe even half. And that's because NASH wanted to do something that is plus. It only uses 1 bar of EX and it's a very abusive move. Another character that Alex's V-Trigger really shines against is going to be BALROG. Due to the fact that a lot of BALROG strikes are singular hits as well, and they're all progressive. They all move forward, so it's very easy to see. I see one, I punish. See another one, oops, I gotta hold it a little bit longer. I punish. All you gotta do is just wait. You even charge forever, punish. So that's the problem with BALROG. Like, you can pretty much shut down his game plan of doing dash punch, dash low, turnaround punch, whatever, if you have V-Trigger activated. Punish, every time. I can even jab and walk up with power bomb at that point. If I have V-Trigger, he should never do any dash punch at all because it's way too risky. So at that point, they're probably gonna start feinting normals to make it look at dash punches. At the same time, I'm gonna be walking forward and eating up on the avenue. And at that point, I can get close enough and just power bomb. And that's how Alex gets in when he activates V-Trigger. He shuts down the opponent's tools, such as BALROG's dash punch, dash straights, dash lows. And from there, it's all game for him. So something that is very vital to Alex's V-Trigger is the mixed up potential that he produces when he actually touches your opponent. So a very important thing when an opponent does land a V-Trigger confirmation, such as so, into the clothesline, the typical answer, or I guess follow-up, would be either the suplex, or most of the time they would just go for a chop. And that produces 3 hits. Good stun, good damage, whatever. The more important thing that people don't know the frames is that after a medium punch chop, you're at +3. That gives you an advantage to either do any poke you want, such as stand jab. Stand jab is 4 frames, so if you're +3, that's only gonna be a true string from there. Like, you can't really do anything about that. The gap is so tight that you can't really contest against it. But most people, this is what they do. When they do land a V-Trigger confirmation, they do medium punch chop and stand medium punch. The end medium punch is 6 frames. If you're +3 and your normal is 6 frames, that makes it a 3-frame gap. In this game, there's only a selected few who have 3-frame normals or special moves. And due to the priority system of fierce being medium, medium being fierce, if I were to plus medium, after that, it would be any light attacks. And those are usually the fastest normals in the game. So I'm gonna hit him with the V-Trigger. Boom, she can't even do it. Like, it didn't even come out at that point. If it does, counter it. The other option that he can do is gonna be his command grab afterwards. His command grab is also 6 frames. And with that, you keep that in mind, that if you have shown your card for your opponent that you will hit standing medium punch after the clothesline, good amount of time, they'll just block. At the point of blocking, they're sitting duck. So that means you can actually start doing power bombs. I call it essentially a free power bomb at that point. You chop them, and you power bomb them, because they're sitting down there. Now that's 2 options you are giving your opponent. You see where I'm going with this? You're constantly giving your opponent more and more options to play with, but at the same time, you're the mastermind behind it. All right, so these are the important facts that you want to utilize when using Alex's V-Trigger. Definitely very crucial to his gameplay. And of course, this has been Tech Hit on Yahoo Esports. Be sure to follow for more videos from your favorite analysis.